was started by my grandfather, Taru Sibeko, in 1962 in Alexandria. It then moved to Orlando in Soweto, where we currently still have a branch now. And that's when my father took over. He was running it ever since, and I took over. I've been here now for 7 years, and I've been running it. My father's still involved in the company, but I have fully taken over now. We're trying to find market to the youth now, because I feel like the youth are very nonchalant about things like having funeral covers, and people don't understand that death comes at any time, so death happens and you don't know what to do. You stuck with that, okay, who do I call, where do I go? Some people will go to undertakers and they haven't researched them, and then after they'll be paying a policy every month, and then when death does come, those people can't help them, or they don't exist, or they disappear, or what they offered them as a package they don't get, And it's sad to see, because a funeral is the last gift you can give to your loved one, So once the funeral's done, you'll never forget the funeral. So if you've got shady service and the funeral wasn't what you expected to be, you'll never ever forget that. So I think it's the main thing of when you're taking out money, or when you're giving someone money, you're paying for a policy, or you're paying for a scheme, whatever, make sure you do your research, Make sure these people have got certificates, have got FSB numbers, have got all these things, so they're allowed to offer the services that they're going to give you. Don't just jump on because something looks fun. There's a lot of people who are in the industry now who put up a front with cars that are not theirs, with buildings that are not there, and everything looks so good, but when it comes down to doing the funeral, what you see is definitely not what you get. And at that time, it's too late, unfortunately. At first, look at the building. Make sure when you're going somewhere to sign up, someone can't be signing you up from a briefcase or, from just a tent. Make sure these people have offices. One big office or more than one office. Look out for certificates, There should be something called like certificate of competence, FSB numbers, ask for certification. Let them show you that they are registered, Even if it's asking to look at if the company is a registered company with the CIPC, just ask for certification so you can see that it's a real company, because people will give you flyers, they'll have logos, they'll have everything, but it's not even a registered company. So you're paying money to someone who essentially you can't report because they have nothing, it's not even a company, So look for the small things, Normal big undertakers have got a fleet of vehicles. They've got more than one building. The buildings have got storage facilities inside of them. So there's a lot of things that you can look for, and if you look properly, you'll see that, there's something wrong here. I think it's always good to, wherever you stay, if there's an undertaker and is close to you, go and try and use them, because that sometimes I think it's just quicker for them to get to them. If you have a problem, you can always go to the offices, the smaller undertakers that are not these big insurance houses, I feel like it's easier to talk to them. We're able to relate to the people around us, we're more relatable to people, and we understand, we want with the community. I think what happens to a lot of companies when they expand and become bigger, they forget where they come from. So we'll never lose that. It'll always be about the people, and everyone will always be able to afford the service that Maziya gives.